Chapter 6 Practice Positive Habits. Successful people are simply those with successful habits. Armchair quarterbacks love to yell at athletes who waste their potential, or take their gift for granted, or don't hustle, or don't act like a good role model. This is usually just an empty projection aimed at great men and women who have accomplished more than the fans can ever dream. But sometimes there is truth to it. Anyone who has ever tried to make it in sports can tell you that while they were out at practice, leaving everything they had on the field, there were other athletes using merely a fraction of their capabilities. Guys like NBA All-Star Allen, who during an infamous press conference where he was being judged for missing practice said, "I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we are sitting here talking about practice." And the National Football League All-Pro Charles were notorious for giving the bare minimum to get by until the lights came on. Woodson's ability as an All-American, Heisman-winning All-Pro NFL cornerback was too freakish, so otherworldly that he didn't dial up his practice habit until 10 years into his now 18-year professional career. And even then, he only did it because he realized he was setting a bad example and creating bad habits in some of the young players who looked up to him. He didn't do it because he didn't need it to compete at an elite level, a fact that drove his coaches on every team he ever played for stark raving mad. This is not a story unique to the playing field. Poor practice habits, or preparation problems, as I like to call them, transcend the world of sports and affect us in our jobs and our relationships. Doing the bare minimum at work, rushing to complete a task at the 11th hour because experience has taught you that you don't need the previous 10 to get it done. Forgetting your partner's birthday and running around the day of for a present that doesn't feel like you forget. Crash dieting to lose 10 pounds before going on a beach vacation. We do these things because we've gotten away with them in the past. We were fast enough, smart enough, young enough, lucky enough. We lean on experience and ability, not on proper preparation. We have poor habits, and sooner or later, our luck is going to run out. One of my most inspiring teachers let his poor habits get the best of him. He's actually a guy with a story very similar, minus the fame and the millions of dollars, of course, to Charles Woodson. His name is Graham Holmberg, and I played college football with him. Practice after practice, week after week, season after season. I watched him get by purely on his physical prowess and agility, a substantial gift he was bent on wasting. I was glad he was on our team, and you don't want to be on the other side of the ball from a guy like Graham. but I was also jealous and angry at the same time. Despite that what seemed like unlimited athletic potential, reaching for true greatness didn't seem to be on his agenda. Instead, Graham preferred to party, chew tobacco on the sidelines during practice even, stay out late and sleep in late, chase women and enjoy himself. He had no ambition beyond being pretty dang good and having fun. You might be saying to yourself right now, wait, that sounds pretty awesome, and it is, or it can be, at least for a while. Who doesn't like to have fun and tear it up every once in a while? But that's the operative phrase, every once in a while. If that's all you do, eventually it gets boring, especially when it doesn't produce anything lasting, or when talent can no longer bridge the gap that bad habits create. Now, others of you might be asking a different question. Well, what if you don't have any talent? What then? First of all, that's garbage. Every single one of us has talent churning away inside. You either have misdiagnosed yours, denied it, or taken it for granted. But second, talent, at least of the kind I'm talking about with Graham, isn't destiny. Sure, talent can make greatness easier to achieve, but greatness is not the exclusive domain of the talented. Greatness is the result of visionaries who perseveres, focus, believe, and prepare. It is a habit, not a birthright. Unfortunately, because he was so supremely talented and so much had been given to him at birth, Graham ignored the power of habits that his parents, teachers, and coaches tried futilely for years to drill into him. Or maybe a better way of saying that is, he let his life be ruled by those bad habits. And as I have come to learn after talking with two greats like Angel, Sean, Amir, and my brother, the number one way to waste your talents is to allow bad habits to take over. The consequences of our life led by bad habits are inevitable.